The truth about red pills. The world stage is a dream world superimposed over the real world. The blue pill is a metaphor for unquestioning conformity to the mainstream version of things. Blue pill reality is the default dream readily accepted by the most number of people, the auto-believers. Those that stray from the center of the stage will find increasingly nightmarish facts about the world, prompting most to run back to the safety and comfort of the dream. Those that press on will find their worst fears confirmed and will be aghast at how the masses are able to sleep through it all. Furthermore, they will find the opposite side of the stage to be the embodiment of evil and the cause of the nightmarish conditions. Those that stray further left will see the world through the woke lens and its evils as the result of the far right. Those that lean right reach the nightmare world of the red-pilled, in which the evil cabal that controls the world is on the left. The red pillar will typically be an auto-disbeliever, that is, they will automatically reject the mainstream version of the world stage. Since they view the mainstream dream world as a false front, they augment it with conspiracy theories. Red pills are essentially narratives which seek to fill in for that the mainstream conceals. Both red pill and woke realities are contained within the fictional universe of world stage media. They occupy opposite ends of the political horseshoe. The red pills are woven into the political landscape and add to the pre-existing world stage. The designation for these in the context of auto-hoaxology is MSM+. It has the same infrastructure as the MSM version, but adds onto it. Therefore, red pills cannot free one from the matrix, nor does wokeness for that matter, as it takes the default apathetic dream world and converts it into nightmarish hellscape with grievance-mongering and activism as the steam valve for discontent. Woke left focuses on liberal fears like climate change, racism, patriarchy, and threats to democracy. The red-pilled focus on hyping up their own fears, such as open borders, communist hordes, chemtrails, vaccines, George Soros, cultural Marxism, and 5G towers. Red pills ask, what is the left really doing? Hard truths about the world from a nationalist right-wing perspective in which the oppressor is the subversive communist left, or stealth jihadi terror cells, or Antifa. It's always changing. Woke left asks, what is the right really doing, and expose alleged hard truths about America and its systemic racism as told from a left-wing perspective. Neither side is authentically awake. These pills are just pre-packaged ideas, memes to teach each side to embrace their grievances and engage in scapegoating their political opponents. There are a couple of other pills worth mentioning. The black pill, or the incel pill, presents a version of reality in which resistance is futile, women are evil, and the bad guys have already won. This perspective assumes all the fake news psyops are real events, which lends credence to their defeatist worldview. The white pill, by contrast, is the closest thing we have to an auto-hoaxer pill. The white pill truths would include nuclear bombs being fake, school shootings being fake, that hate crimes are generally hoaxes, and that the world isn't going to end anytime soon because of geoengineering nor climate change. To recap, blue pills will keep you both blissfully unaware of the deeper levels of intrigue and comfortable asleep within the world stage dream world. The red pills offer an awakening which will turn the world stage dream into a nightmare. This will cause one to stand out from the sleepers and position them in ideological opposition to the woke left. You will not find left-wing red pill proponents for this reason. The woke, like the red-pilled, have awakened from the world stage dream and have their own nightmare scenario to contend with. Their enemy is the right, including the red pillars. All these pills give the awakened a sense of urgency which the blue-pilled dreamers do not possess. It gives them a false sense of moral superiority over those who have not exited the dream world. This is simply not true. No pill, no Q-drops, or red-pilled spoon-fed truth will lead to an ultimate truth. These are planted narratives purposely placed there to lead free thinkers to take sides within the political horseshoe dynamic. This keeps all faced toward the center world stage, their backs to what lies beyond. There are a couple of other pills worth mentioning. The black pill, or the incel pill, presents a version of reality in which resistance is futile, Women are evil, and the bad guys have already won. This perspective assumes all the fake news psyops are real events, which lends credence to their defeatist worldview. The J-pill. The more politically aware on the right skip over all the conspiracies about deep states, adrenochrome harvesting, reptilians, aliens, and other typical red pill topics and focus on Jewish world domination. This is analogous to the woke left contention that white power controls the world. But in this view, whites are the oppressed. It's important to note here that the red pill paradigm is a subset of the J-pill and ultimately reaches the same conclusion, albeit with socially acceptable euphemisms. For example, globalist bankers and George Soros are easier to sell to broad audiences than outright ethnic hatred. The entire QAnon movement is just anti-Semitic blood libel repackaged for mainstream Republicans. All these pills give the awakened a sense of urgency, which the blue-pilled dreamers do not possess. It gives them a false sense of moral superiority over those who have not exited the dream world. This is simply not true. No pill, no Q-drops, or red-pilled spoon-fed truth will lead to an ultimate truth. These are planted narratives purposely placed there to lead free thinkers to take sides within the political horseshoe dynamic. This keeps all face toward the center world stage, their backs to what lies beyond. Masked minds, quarantined thoughts. We accept the reality of the world with which we are presented. It's as simple as that. Christoph, Truman's mind control programmer. The media-manufactured worldview as a model of reality has enabled the power elite to create a hive mind. The majority are misled by design with media literalism. They exist in ignorance of how their big picture has been formed. They carry the mass media's burden of proof, not recognizing this as the blind spot it is. The collaboration between government, media, entertainment, military, law enforcement, religion, and every other trusted institution is too vast to be viewed from within this Truman Show-like enclosure. Most lack the perspective to deconstruct the big deceptions. The existence of a psychological war isn't immediately apparent to the quarantined minds of the mass media consumers. Before 2012, nobody outside of the actual Psywar operatives knew what a crisis actor was. You had to be an insider to have a clue. We have been under a mental quarantine this entire time. The peeks we get behind the curtain are our only glimpses into somewhere outside of the established worldview. The perspective that we are being lied to on a deep level, that there are insiders and outsiders, is a major step forward in appreciating just what the world stage is. To see the system in its entirety, one must step outside of it. To question the system's motives or purpose is to entertain a hypothetical situation in which one might have been deceived. We are in a closed system, and most choose to remain mentally masked and quarantined against ideas that invalidate its claims. If you find this subject interesting, please hit the like button and subscribe to hear the rest of the series, the IPS Deprogam, a skeptic's guide to the theater of Psywar and IPS production.